What is land ownership?
Okay, so land ownership is where a specific land or area is owned by an individual legally, or if there are papers to be signed. Land ownership and land distribution has been a salient issue here in the Philippines for over decades. And even up until now, we are still experiencing this issue. So in recent years, population growth and degradation of productive land has led to increased issues, stress, and tension between small farmers, wealthy landlords, and even the state itself.
What is land ownership?
Okay, so land ownership is where a specific land or area is owned by an individual legally, or if there are papers to be signed. Land ownership and land distribution has been a salient issue here in the Philippines for over decades. And even up until now, we are still experiencing this issue. So in recent years, population growth and degradation of productive land has led to increased issues, stress, and tension between small farmers, wealthy landlords, and even the state itself. So in the Philippines, lands are either a public domain, which means that it is owned by the state, or it could be privatized, owned by big or major companies that bought the land for their own personal use or to expand their territories. So over the last few decades, many farmers in the Philippines have repeatedly asked for rights to secure land, and they have urged lawmakers to make policies to pursue agrarian reforms. So when we say agrarian reform, it means government initiated or redistribution of agricultural land towards the farmers or even private companies who choose to buy it, so that it would be fair and equal to all. There have already been protests about this issue. Protesters, however, have been considered criminals for protesting against the government. And it's very saddening to say that the demands of those protesters were actually met with violence. For instance, in 1987, farmers protested and marched because they demanded genuine land reforms, but unfortunately 13 farmers died because of the security, because of the protest. So in current eras such as now, like I said a while ago, we are still battling this issue, both locally and internationally. We are still battling this issue locally because from what I heard somewhere, less fortunate people are still being bribed with money so that they would give up their land in exchange for money. Because especially in these trying times right now, where everyone's finding it hard to earn for a living, to earn money so that they would be able to buy food for their families. So I feel like it's just sad and unfortunate today during this pandemic that people are still experiencing manipulation and bribery like this because it's their survival at stake. We can also say that we are battling this issue internationally, and this is our recurrent dispute with China regarding the South China Sea, or from what we know it, the West Philippine Sea. I accidentally put orange eyeshadow in my eye. Our government should be able to help our local farmers because our food literally comes from those farmers. If private owned corporations continue to expand, then we'd just be left with concrete and factories rather than forest, nature, and vegetation. That is all for this vlog today. I'll see you next time. Land ownership.
I know. Land on our ship.
Land on our ship.